started right here. Hello, Peter. Thanks for meeting with me. So I'm writing a account of Jesus' life, and I hear you're pretty familiar with Jesus of Nazareth.
Yes, it's my pleasure. Yeah, me and Jesus go way back.
It's great to hear. Let's start off with this. Tell me about an experience you had with Jesus that just took your breath away.
Well, there was this one time, it was actually right after Jesus dissed me on Caesarea Philippi. I remember Jesus led James, John, and I up a high mountain when out of nowhere Jesus' clothes became dazzling white. I mean, whiter than anyone in the world could bleach them. Then appeared what I assumed were spirits of Elijah and Moses talking with Jesus. A cloud covered us and started talking. And it said, "This is my son, whom I love. Listen to him." After that, Elijah and Moses disappeared and Jesus was the only one we saw. So there I was, thinking to myself, man, I can't wait to tell everyone what I witnessed. It was insane. But then as we were walking down the mountain, Jesus had the nerve to tell us not to tell anyone until we saw the Son of Man had risen from the dead, whatever that means. Later on, we were confused about what the prophecy meant when it said that Elijah must come first. So we asked the man himself, and he responded, "To be sure, Elijah does come first and restore all things. Why, then it is written that the Son of Man must suffer much and be rejected. But I tell you, Elijah has come, and they have done to him everything they wished, just as it is written about him."
Wow, that was an amazing story. I'll be sure to include that in my next gospel. Let's move on to something else.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's the looks of somebody who needs you. When you're lost out there and you're all alone, a light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look.
In a culture where Romans had complete dominance, it is important to understand why the Jews are expecting a king like David who would return the promised land. However, instead of conquering the Romans, Jesus conquered death, even death on a cross.
God is outwardly claiming Jesus as his son. We also see this is in Jesus' baptism when the heavens open and God speaks.
The messianic secret in the story is unique because for the first time, Jesus specifies when the disciples are allowed to reveal Jesus as the Messiah, which is after he is risen from the dead.
This story is applicable to our lives today because it teaches us that God keeps his promises. The appearance of Moses and Elijah alongside Jesus connects the Old Testament and the New Testament. And just like Jesus' coming fulfilled prophecies made in the Old Testament, we can have faith in Jesus' return in the near future. It is important to note that Jesus is significantly different from these prophets and serves a greater, more divine purpose. We see this symbolically when the cloud disappears and only Jesus remains.
Everywhere you look, everywhere you look.